Hi, folks. Welcome to Cordisco's Corner. Are you tired of the same old blah, 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 blah from the media? Do you like unfiltered commentary? Would you like to go back to the days when our rights meant something? Well, you've come to the right place. Cordisco's Corner. The fight to get back the ideals of our founders will be long and hard. Please support the channel by subscribing. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back to Cordisco's Corner. This is pretty much a semi-monthly interview that I do with a local radio station, WNBF, on the Bob Joseph Show. I've known Bob a long time, since I was a councilman back in 2000, 2007. And I'm usually on once a month, and usually, of course, we're on the opposite side. Bob is very much an anti-Trump person. That's okay. That's his choice. And I do get along with him personally. It was an interesting exchange. We sometimes go back and forth about local matters as well. And like I said, Bob and we get along personally, so don't think this is some kind of knockdown, drag-out fight. But it's an interesting conversation. And I want you to think about the point that I'm trying to make concerning the trial in the Senate after Donald Trump is out of office. I think you'll find it fascinating.
In years. Joined now by former Binghamton councilman and mayoral hopeful, John Cordisco, Republican. Good morning.
Mayoral hopeful for what city?
Binghamton.
No, Jared announced.
Yeah. So when are you announcing your candidacy?
No, I'm afraid not this cycle. No.
Well, I'm looking at a WNBF news story from May of 2013. And the headline says, Cordisco not running for Binghamton mayor.
Okay, so what part of that did you get?
Yeah, but 8 years later, you've had 8 years to reconsider.
Well, I'm supposedly older and wiser, so.
Well, a lot of people on the north side especially have said, John Cordisco for mayor.
Well,
so
certainly.
Would you consider, because I'm looking at this story, and again, it's from about 8 years ago, it says a former Binghamton city councilman who had been considering a run for mayor this year said he's decided against it. It says businessman John Cordisco had been contemplating a campaign for the Democratic nomination in recent years. Was that true?
Well,
Democratic? Were you a dino, a Democrat in name only?
No, I was an old school Democrat before the Democrats lost their freaking minds.
When did you become a rhino or Republican in name only? You were a dino, now you're a rhino.
Actually, I was neither. I was just a Democrat, and the Democrats left me behind, so I just changed parties because there's only two teams in the league. So if you want to play, you got to play on one of the teams.
When did you switch?
I'm trying to think. I think it was 2013.
Huh. Well, you said on WNBF's Binghamton Now program back in 2013 that it's a huge commitment to run for office, and you said it would cost quite a bit of money just to mount a primary campaign.
Right.
And back then, Richard David and Edward Hickey had already announced that they were going to seek the Republican nomination.
Right.
So, but it would have been interesting if you had been.
Well, if I was mayor, it would certainly be fun, but. Unfortunately, it's just not in the cards. I want to be 6 foot tall and have blonde hair, too. These are some things you can't have.
Okay, Arnold. Well, okay, now, if you change your mind, remember, you can always change your mind. I recall, I think it was 8 years ago, that Rich David initially, at this point in 2013, I think Rich David had still been saying he wasn't going to run, and at a fairly late point, Richard David changed his mind. So you can always change your mind.
Well, I was one of the people that called him up on the phone and screamed and hollered at him and told him to change his mind, and it was a good thing I did.
Yeah, or else he wouldn't have been mayor for 8 years.
Well, I don't think just me. It was other people as well.
Right. All right. So what about any other office? What about Broome County Executive or Sheriff? Are you considering running state Senate?
No. You only can torture yourself for so long before you got to let yourself off the hook.
Yeah.
No, so I did.
How are things operating a small business? Your Cordisco's store, the Cordisco Corner store, is still operational at Shenango and Robinson Street.
No, like most businesses in this area, we're breathing, but we're on life support.
Yeah.
But it's tough out. It's tough out there under normal circumstances.
I know. And I don't know personally, but I know from talking with you and other business operators. I mean, at this point, we've been dealing with a pandemic now for 10 months. Can you hang in there? Keep your business afloat?
Well,
because, I mean, there is light at the end of the tunnel now that vaccinations are going out.
Sometimes that light is a train coming, you know. But no, you can't see in the future. You just keep your head down and hope for the best.
All right. Well, keep me posted. Now, there have been some other things that have been in the news.
No, really?
I know you don't pay attention to the news, but somehow when you come on, you still have thoughts, even though you don't watch the news.
Well,
anyway, no. Yeah. In all seriousness, what do you think about the last couple of weeks around here? I mean, not just around here, around the nation.
Well, there's so many different topics. I guess the one that's on everybody's mind, of course, is the ridiculous, well, I don't know if you can say this word in the air, asinine rioting at the Capitol. That was absolutely ridiculous and probably set back their cause, so to speak, for 4 or 5 years. That was just completely stupid. Absolutely stupid. It was, it just probably was a spur of the moment thing and people's emotions, and they do dumb stuff, and people died, and it really, it's a shame. It really is a shame. But a lot of people died in the rioting in the summertime too for different cause. So it's tragic. It was really dumb, and it set back their supposed cause for maybe a few years. But the whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, both sides are. I'll be honest with you. I heard a little bit about the impeachment thing before. This second impeachment. They didn't have much the first time. This one got rammed through in a day. How'd you like to be indicted for murder in a day? I mean, you know.
Well, on the other hand, there's 6 people dead. The problem with impeachment is the clock was ticking. I mean, under normal circumstances, if there was more time, they would have had more time to deliberate. But apparently, some people. And put yourself in the shoes of the members of Congress who were forced to evacuate and then cower in fear for hours.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more of that. That security there was ridiculous. I know they asked for backup many times from the mayor of D.C. There's a whole slew of. Well, can't use the word I want to use on the air, but there's a whole slew of screw-ups that just dominoes fell in a row. I mean, it was just bad luck for everybody all the way around. Cops.
Well, again, I certainly think that being impeached twice is not a good thing. On the other hand, what else are they going to do with him? I mean, he's in court.
No, what is the impeachable offense?
In my humble opinion,
mm-hmm.
he proved himself in recent months to be incorrigible. He wouldn't toe the line the way a normal person would. See,
that's the thing.
That is the thing.
Now, wait a minute, hang on. That's the thing. He didn't act the way some people want him to act. Is that an impeachable offense?
Yes, it turned out because of what he did.
What did he do?
Not just that, because he didn't act the way any normal person would, the way you would or I would in the same circumstances, or the way.
I mean, in all fairness, right in the middle of his speech, right in the middle of
losing the election.
No, hang on.
I mean, you've lost elections before.
Well, let's be fair.
You never flipped out. You never went off the rails. You never said that.
Yeah, but that's not an impeachable offense. Acting like an ass. Acting like an ass.
And how tough it is to lose an election. And I
get it, Bob, in all fairness,
I've talked with a lot of people,
the
winners and the losers, and I know losing is not fun.
So they say he's a poor loser. So he's a poor. Wait, hang on.
Every other candidate who hasn't been.
I mean, come on now, don't grandstand. Be nice,
respect.
Bob. Don't grandstand. Be nice. No, being a poor loser, people don't like, right? But you know what's worse? A poor winner. They won.
He was a poor winner 4 years ago. That's the ironic thing. He was a sore winner in 2016. And
none of those are impeachable.
Exactly 4 years ago, with the prevarications about the crowd size at his inauguration.
None of those.
Sent Sean Spicer out.
Bob, stop, Bob.
Even though pictures, saw the pictures.
Bob. Did you have me on here?
For Sean Spicer.
Bob, did you have me?
Focus mainly
Bob.
on the crowd size
Bob.
at the inauguration.
Bob,
that was
stop.
The big thing on his mind, and it went downhill from there.
Are you
if you're
Bob.
a sore winner, we should have seen this. We all should have anticipated that. As bad as being a sore winner was, him being a sore loser would be 1,000 times worse.
Bob, are you done grandstanding? You don't let somebody else talk? I mean, you went on and on and on and on. None of those are impeachable offenses. Let me quickly, I looked this up just because I knew I was going to be on the show today. And during the summer of this year, after a Trump rally, some idiots got really stupid, and there was some rioting done, and there was a couple of buildings burned, and a bunch of people hurt. Now, let me give you what Trump said after. It's really short. I'll read it quick.
No, don't read anything.
Well, no,
I don't want prepared statements.
No. This is something that Trump. No, this is something.
On Facebook, that's okay.
No, this is something that
people on this show reading statements. Just talk to me.
Well,
so the bottom line is, Donald Trump did an impeachable offense as viewed by the House of Representatives, including, I think they said 17 Republicans.
Actually,
so it's
10.
Not up to me.
It was
or
10.
You,
it was
but
10.
Congress,
Bob.
the people who were elected by Americans across the country.
Bob, can you let me talk? Honestly? I mean, in all fairness, it was 10 Republicans, but that's not the point. The point is, think about this for a minute. He's never going to go on trial in the Senate before the end of his term. That's a fact, right? True? Because you like facts, so let's talk facts. He's never going to go on trial in the Senate before the end of his term. They're going to put him on trial after he's gone. Correct? I mean, is that true or no?
I'm letting you talk.
No, I'm trying to make a point.
Again,
I'm trying to lay out some facts here.
Let's stipulate the guy's bad behavior got him to where he is today.
Bob,
John Cordisco, you're in a position, having run for office multiple times.
Oh my God, Bob!
If you behave the way he did, you would never have been elected to city council ever.
Bob,
nobody gets elected to that type of behavior.
No, we're talking
about elected to any office behaving like that.
No, why? Why
got elected in November 2016 says a lot about the country. But they gave him his chance. America gave him 4 years.
Right. Now, Bob, geez, we just lighten up. Take a breath. I said they're going to put him on trial in the Senate after he's gone. We're talking about what's going on now, not in the past. That's true. Why are they putting him on trial in the Senate after he's gone? Everybody says so. Every news organization, every political person, even the Democrats. One reason and one reason only. So he cannot ever run again. Now think about that for a minute. How ridiculous and underhanded is that? If he is so bad and so ridiculous and so inept and such a jerk and so incompetent, why are they afraid he's going to run again? Are they afraid the American people are so stupid? They just said the American people made their choice and they picked Joe Biden because they picked the better candidate. So obviously they don't think they're stupid. Why are they afraid of him?
Because they're afraid that we're going to go through the same thing again 4 years from now.
Well,
and this country can't go through this stuff every 4 years. We need to get back to a certain degree of civility.
Well, yeah, but don't the American people get to make their choice? What happened to the democracy they push so hard? So they get to take away a candidate because they don't think because the American people aren't smart enough to make the right choice? You know how ridiculous that is and insulting to the average person? That's ridiculous. There's 75 million people, roughly, that voted for him. Okay? Those people have to be addressed. They have grievances. And they don't give a good damn what these people think. They don't care. Instead of sitting down with them, I said in one of my podcasts the other day, I says, if I was a congressperson in a fairly red area and I was a Democrat, I'd walk into a diner and look for somebody with a MAGA hat on and sit down as a congressperson and say, you know what? I know you got some grievances. I know you got some complaints. Let's sit down and talk for half an hour. Lunch is on me. And do that every week for 6 months. But they won't because they don't give a damn what the 75 million people think. Donald Trump is not the problem. He's the symptom of the problem. They picked him because people wanted representation. They wanted their grievances heard, and nobody listened. That's why Donald Trump succeeded and won. And they're doing it again. You're not smart enough. You're not capable enough to pick the President of the United States. We're going to take one of your choices away because we feel it's a bad choice. What are you, my parent? It's ridiculous. That's why they're doing it. So we can't run again. Who the hell are they to say who can run and who can't? Who made them God? Think about that for a minute. That's ridiculous. If he runs and he gets killed, he won't run anyway. But even if he does, that's what democracy is about. And the people make their choice. They're taking away that choice because they don't think he's proper to be president. That's not their decision to make. It's the American people's. They're taking away that decision. And that is ridiculous and just arrogant. Think about that for a minute. Take Donald Trump out of the picture. Trump has nothing to do with all of this. It's what the Democrats say, well, we're not going to give you him as a candidate because we don't feel he's proper. Who are you to say? It's the people that decide, not them.
All right. John Cordisco, the voice of Binghamton's North Side, former councilman. And
hang in there, Robert.
Here, not running for mayor this year.
No.
We'll check back with you in 2025.
Well, no, 4 years from now, we'll check back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Live.
Well, that was definitely an interesting exchange, to be sure. You just have to know Bob's style, and it's fine. I don't take it personally when he talks over me or carries on, and that's fine. It's his show. He can do what he wants. But like I said, I get along with him personally, and he's nice enough to have me on the show once a month. So this is the road we're at, the turn in the road. Do we go down the road where media and government are merged to get rid of candidates and people? I mean, where does it stop? Congress, Senate, local races, mayor, city councils, you name it, and everything in between. They get to decide who the candidates are. That's a dangerous and slippery slope. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the exchange. I know I enjoyed it. And until next time, goodbye and good luck.